Hey guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how to make something a bit different. I'll be showing you how to make some curried oxtail, Roma's kitchen style.
Girl, better can't cook. Ticket there, you pay your pretty look. You want to live a restaurant and come done man bank book. Cook, recipe book.
So I have 800 grams of oxtail here. I've already washed and cleaned my oxtail using vinegar and water, but of course you can use lime or lemon and water. So next I'm going to move on to seasoning my oxtail very well. So to start, I'm adding here 1 tablespoon of all-purpose seasoning. Next, I'm going in with 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Next, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm also going to be adding in a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger powder. Next, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme leaves. You can add fresh thyme leaves if that's what you have. Next, I'm going to be adding in 1 teaspoon of coriander. Then I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of curry powder. Use your favorite brand of curry. Then I'm going also in with a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper and 1.5 tablespoon of freshly blended seasoning, and this consists of onion, scallion, green bell pepper and garlic. Add that right in. And now I'm just going to rub all this seasoning over each piece of oxtail, ensuring that each piece is well coated with all that seasoning. Nice, and would you look at this, guys, looking good and it's smelling good. I'm going to leave this to marinate overnight in the fridge. Alright, so the next day in a pot here I have a tablespoon of oil, and I'm going in with 2 cloves of garlic and some ginger, and my pot is also over low heat because you don't want to burn that ginger or that garlic. So next to this I'm going to be adding 1 teaspoon of curry powder, and you want to do this so you can cook the curry a bit just before you add in the oxtails, and make sure that your pot is over low heat. You do not want to burn this curry. So I'm going to be doing this just for about 2 minutes. Alright, that's about it. So now my oxtails are ready to be placed in the oil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ensure that the pot is on the lowest it can go, because I'm going to be adding each piece of oxtail right in here to get a little color on it, just for about 2 minutes on each side. And you don't want to get them burnt or anything, or get that curry that's already in the oil burnt. So you just want to ensure that your pot is over low, and you leave these for 2 minutes on each side. And I don't have much oxtail, it's just 800 grams, a few pieces. So I'm going to try to add all the pieces in at once. And you just keep flipping them, flip them after the 2 minutes to ensure that they get just a little brown on them, as I said. Okay guys, so now they have that nice color that's needed. So I'm not using a pressure cooker, so now I need to add some water to this, and I'm going to be adding enough water to cover the oxtail, and I've added the water straight from the container in which the oxtail was sitting because some seasoning was left in that, and you want to get out all the seasoning in your pot. So I'm going to add some more water, and ensure that the water that you're adding to your oxtail each time is hot or warm. So if you're using a pressure cooker, then this will be finished in no time, but because I'm doing this on the stove top, I'm going to keep on adding water to mine until I find that it's nice and soft, it's falling off the bone. Now I'm going to add just a little pepper in this, just a little piece of bird's eye pepper. You can just add in a whole Scotch bonnet pepper here, if you like spicy food, that is. And next I'm going to be adding in some pimento seeds. That's about a dozen pimento seeds. It gives it such a great flavor, and it helps to tenderize your meat as well. So don't be afraid to add those pimento seeds in. And this is going to boil up now. That's looking good. So now all I have to do is just to cover my pot and allow it to cook for the first 20 minutes. "20 minutes later, guys, the oxtail is of course not ready as yet, but it's getting there and most of the water is out. So of course I have to add more water to this, and remember I said you have to keep adding hot water to this. So I'll just add more hot water just to cover it once again. Then I'm going to cover again and leave it to cook for another 20 minutes. Here goes. Now, so 40 minutes later, the oxtail is getting there. It's not bad at all. It's getting nice and soft. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be adding in some other things to my pot to cook down with the oxtail for an additional 15 to 20 minutes. So I like adding in my oxtail some pumpkin, carrot, and potato. You just cut them into some small cubes and add them right in. These will help to give the oxtail, the gravy, some nice thick body without you having to add certain things in there to get it thick. And I have to add in some broad beans. This is one can of broad beans, oxtail and broad bean, perfect together. Or you can call this butter bean. I call them broad bean, guys, but they're probably just called butter beans. So yeah, that's all in now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more seasoning to this because I've been adding a lot of water to it. So first things first, I'm going to go in with 1 tablespoon of the blended seasoning. Then of course, I'm going to be adding in some more all-purpose seasoning. You just need to add about 1 to 2 more teaspoons of the all-purpose seasoning. And if you've noticed, I haven't added any salt because the all-purpose seasoning is salty already, so this is fine. Mix everything together. And I'm going to give my pot just a little taste to see if the seasonings I've added so far are fine. It's great. I've added also just a little more dried thyme leaves, about a 1/4 teaspoon of dried thyme leaves. So now all I need to do is just to cover my pot and allow it to cook down for the other 15 to 20 minutes to get that nice gravy and to get it nice and super soft. Look at this gravy, guys. About that time, nice and thick, nice and rich, tasting very good. So at this point I can go ahead and turn my stove off. But you need to ensure that your oxtail is very soft. You know, it's just falling off the bone. It's just nice and ready. Look at this. Let me know in the comment section, guys, if you've ever tried curried oxtail before, and if you've tried curried oxtail before, what you had it with. Of course, I had mine with some rice and peas, plantains and vegetables. So if you like the video, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel and turn your post notifications on. Until next video.